Hello everybody, and welcome back to Northern Lights. It's been a bit with the last build, but excited to get into this. Last time we played Excursions, which was very nice. I really liked that. Hope everyone checks out that playlist, because it is separate from the Northern Lights one proper. Northern Lights Excursion is its own thing, so, check that out if you haven't. But last time we had some good Cody, what is this? What do I want to say? Evolution, but that's not the term I want to use. But he's getting there. He's doing the fun things. I really did like last build a lot. And also this track. Oh, it's nice. It's nice. Really, really happy about everything. This game's great. But we're gonna go to a party, I think, and we're in our silly crop top. I know I make fun of it, but like it's fun. It's cute. It's yeah. Which for me at least was shaping up to be a little like a celebration over finally starting to feel at home, not not just in this town, but in my own body with my own self. And after we went to Cedar Valley, country music on the radio, bright blue skies turning shades of orange and gold, while the slowly setting sun and Aspen Hollow gradually disappearing from sight. I animatedly watched the scenery pass by, a new perspective on my future fresh in my mind, one which actually got me excited about what new experiences were yet to come.
So, how was your opening shift, Cody?
It went pretty well. I like to think. Not too hard, honestly. Though my chalk art wasn't that great today. Oh, what about you? Work go okay?
It was fine. One of the freezers broke, so I had to deal with that whole mess. And my parents were back on my ass about taking on more managerial duties.
Seriously, why won't they just fucking drop it already? The shepherd sighed heavily and turned onto the highway. His driving was a bit steadier than Liam's, notably lacking the violent jerks of the clutch, or the occasional distracted swerves.
Don't worry about it, Dev. It's whatever. Once I get a proper ranger job, I'll be done with it all. No more family drama.
I wish I could be so lucky. Devin cut in dejectedly, his voice low and raspy. What? Yours won't let you either? The Doberman looked at me before glancing out the window, flicking one of his ears in a perturbed manner, tapping his hand on his leg. They just got back from their latest trip, and they're driving me crazy. So now that my sister's got a full ride in the bag, they're targeting me again. Like, I'm some fucking blight on the family name if I don't become some elite socialite like them. Devin's ire had me, sinking into my seat a bit, awkwardly staring at the floor of the truck as I attempt to hold on to my excitement over independent life. But you're already in college now. What's done is done, yeah?
Dev's parents have always been like this. They act like they're hot shit because they're the only founding family that hasn't kicked the bucket.
Wait, founding family?
Town founders. There's Dev's family, the Masters, then the Butons, the Spencers, and the Cavendishes.
Bunch of fucking pricks, a lot of them. And Dev, your family is the only one left? Devin grumbles under his breath, now looking even more intently out the window, seemingly as though prompting a way out of this conversation.
Yeah, they are. The Butines perished in a fire before we were born. Spencer's river mansion got swept away in a landslide. And the Cavendishes, what was it?
Everett went crazy and killed his whole family, then himself. My eyes widen, my creative mind kicking into high gear, already jumping through scenarios of how that twisted story might have unfolded. But the intensity of Devon's grips on his knees advised I'd be best to let that matter be. How come y'all know so much about this? Because this town beats us over the fucking head with it. School plays about them, buildings dedicated to them, sorry. But don't even get me started on Frontier Days. The Doberman spoke bitterly, and notably shuddering at the thought of one of the town's festivals. With a heavy sigh, he reaches over to the radio and turns the music up, going back to looking out the window despondently, clearly beyond done with the topic. Aldrich kept his eyes fixated on the radio, and thus the conversation had effectively gone stone cold. Though now, after that brief history lesson, thoughts raced through my head, pondering on the downward and these once legendary bloodlines. Perhaps it would even be more of a good movie, a curse, real or imagined, and the horror movie that would ensue. These ideas eventually brought me back to that night in the fire watchtower with Aldrich, the endless foreboding forests, the tales woven over the split mountain, and the lingering sense of being watched. And that was only one of many possibilities to explore in Montana, of new stories to unearth and translate into film, legends to record on cellulose. I'm having problems with this word. I know what it is, though. It's cellulose. I just can't word at the moment. The clicking of the turn signal put a break in my vigorous train of thought, snapping me back to reality. Judging by the color of the sky, I realized that a good while must have gone by already. We had to be close. Aldrich was turning off the highway, heading towards what looked like an industrial area. It was surprisingly devoid of life. Every warehouse, building, and shop boarded up, graffitied, left to rot.
Where'd they say the park again?
Devon pulled out a small map from the glove box, tracing a finger over it, looking up at the intersection, then back to the guide. Take a right here. Go 2 more blocks and it'll be the red warehouse on the left paw side. I thought we were going to the concert. Both the shepherd and the Doberman cackled a knowing smile. Cracked a knowing smile, sorry. But didn't offer a word of response. Even after arriving at the warehouse, Devon just climbed out and pulled open the door. Aldrich parked inside, and I spotted a few more cars tucked in, none of them seeming abandoned. One even had a cheetah leaning against it, taking a long drag from a cigarette.
Come on, Cody. It's a bit of a walk from here.
Aldrich locked up his truck, and I followed the pair out onto the street, walking side by side in relative silence. Upon walking 2 blocks, the sky had darkened enough for the streetlights to switch on, each casting their light with a loud pop, though less than half were working. Devon nervously rubbed the back of his head, while Aldrich deliberately avoided eye contact, neither of them offering up any answers, and dipping my head, I wondered if I'd be a fool to ask again. My whiskers twitched in the chilly night air as we kept up the pace, though. The longer the silence went on, the harder it got to reel in my mind, wondering if we were really headed to a concert, or if something else was afoot. The further we got from the warehouse, deeper into the depths of an empty neighborhood, the more uneasy I felt. What scant light there was left seemed to struggle to fight off an encroaching darkness, and even the sounds of footsteps had by now faded into obscurity. The alleyways of side streets we passed by, filled with shadows that seemed to twist, morph, and ripple as they took hold, cemented this eerie night in place. The quiet was deeply unsettling, deafening even. It felt as though the night was growing even colder, filling my bones with creeping ice, not creepy ice. Maybe both. It can be both, right? Stopping dead in my tracks alongside an alleyway, I nearly froze in place. I had just realized that this chilling sensation was uncomfortably familiar. I took a step into the alley, the buildings on either side with the long casting shadows of trees. The crunch of gravel under my feet was the only sound I could hear, and nothing but pitch blackness awaits me at the far end. And yet, something compelled me to take another step, even deeper into the alleyway. This isn't happening. My heart felt like it was beating out of my chest, my breathing ragged and desperate. I rubbed my eyes with faint hope that a haze would be cleared, letting them perceive light again. What is this? My legs felt anchored in place by unseen glaciers growing up and through them. Pine pricks? What, pine pricks? Oh, okay, wait. Yeah. Of golden light piercing through the abyssal void. Bodiless eyes fixate on me. It's not real. It can't be. Just go away! Then from somewhere behind me, I hear a loud, excited cheer, and in the blink of an eye, the ominous, dark alleyway was gone, and I found myself staring at an empty, trash-littered space. Aldrich patted over and rubbed an arm around my back, holding me against his side. His strong physique and comforting grip radiated a warmth that dissipated the lingering, biting chill in an instant, the alleyway experience swiftly becoming but a distant memory.
You alright, Cody?
Sorry, this alley had me thinking about movie ideas. I get little flashes of inspiration now and again. The shepherd cocks a brow, keeping his arm around me with a reassuring chuckle. He led me back onto the street as we resumed our way towards the growing sound of a crowd. Turning the corner, we were met by a line of concertgoers, waiting their turn for admission. They were facing an old tunnel that'd be crudely carved out of the mountainside, framed by heavily weathered old beams, its entrance marked by large, imposing metal doors. A colorful array of lights peeked through the door's bars, beams of radiance lighting up an otherwise starless night, sweeping over the colorful dressed crowd. Aldrich and Dev led me past the line, towards the old tunnel, the bouncer giving us a nod, waving us through, much to the chagrin of people still waiting. But at least we made it emerging into a crowd of 50 at least, all mingling in the old tunnel, an area framed by massive wooden beams, brightly lit by an assortment of lights. The tunnel was well packed and growing more so by the minute. It was a curious place for a concert, not that I'd been to many, with its narrow width, a gravel floor, and musty scent. I was reminded of many of the abandoned places I'd happily explored. The idea of seeing a dead, forgotten place like this filled with life once again was rather exciting to me. Getting to witness new stories cement their place in one mundane structure. In a once mundane structure. That's what that said. Structures? Yes. That's how that was phrased. Sorry about that. This is a funny place for a concert.
Sorry for being so quiet. Misty asked us to... she's very theatrical when it comes to her concerts.
Love them for that. Although they take it a bit far on occasion. Maybe she will like me. A fellow drama student. Oh no, theater kids. Not even once. Beyond her intriguing choice of venue, Misty had already worked hard to create an atmosphere of mystery around her. One that I so frequently attempted to portray, aiming to lead people into believing impossible acts. And are her gigs always this big?
They started to get bigger during our senior year. They played at prom, and things really took off from there.
Just as I was about to ask another question, all the lights go out, the loud chatter of the crowd turning into murmurs of expectations. The screeching of a guitar was met with cheering from the crowd, bright lights popping on and bathed the concertgoers. And finally, spotlights switched on to reveal the band. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cute. do this laugh. Oh, there's a moo cow. Okay. Sorry. Front and center was a mountain lion playing chords on her guitar with, what is this? Astounding precision. Moments later, looking over her bandmates, she leaned into the microphone. I'm just mixing up words today. Oh, okay. Oh, wow, lyrics. Okay. Kinda neat. Aldrich was tapping his foot, bobbing his head, while Devin practically hopped up, a head rocking up and down as he let himself be taken away by the high energy of the song. Oh. Meanwhile, I stood transfixed, watching the incredible performance before me in utter awe. The singer was flamboyant, jumping with unbridled excitement, yet barely missing a beat, frequently hyping up the crowd with fist pumps, amping up their untamed electric energy. They were a true showman, no doubt in my mind. Then the singer's eyes fixated on me, giving a wink and a nod, as though suggesting it was about time for me to join in the reverie. Answering their invitation, I let my hesitation slip away, simply allowing myself to do whatever felt right, jumping up and down, stepping side to side, falling back to my instincts. That there wasn't a right or wrong way here. Just move, unleash, ride the wave. The performance was downright transformative. Everyone in the tunnel was enraptured by the music, having turned into a mass of folks transported away from the chaos of the world. Lyrics filling our minds with mysterious visions of ghosts, demons, the ephemeral beyond. Ethereal beyond, sorry. A rocking pilgrimage onward to the melodic oasis whose mysterious waters could rejuvenate the spirit and make this journey into the unknown all the better. Each song came as a wave, carrying us through the ebbs and flows of energetic rock tunes and brief reprieves among the strong currents. The music came to a stop after a staggering 7 songs, followed by an encore performance whose sheer length I didn't even notice until it was over, and with it, the concert. The performer were sent off with cheers, hollers, and hoots from the appreciative collective. Some what is this word? Revelers? Lingered. I don't know, man. I don't know. Finishing their drinks, with others talking up the concert. A few couples retreat into shadows where silhouettes become one. Some people continue to slowly filter out. The singer walked up to the 3 of us, a kind smile on her face.
Absolutely killer of a performance, Misty. Your best yet, I'd say.
Misty grinned toothily, playfully shoving up against Devin, arm wrapped around his neck, forcing him to bend over as she kept him trapped. Dev, tell me you felt the energy. Positively electric. Wouldn't be surprised if we called in ghosts from all over the state with that performance. What? No ghosts. Just great music. The lion fixed her eyes on mine now, confidently smiling even while holding a squirming Doberman in a headlock. Don't be shy. What did you think? It was scary, but in a good way. Reckon it'd make for a good film. Music so powerful it wakes the dead. Already the gears in my head were in motion once more, pondering ways in which zombies would rise from the earth, turning up in droves for the concert of the century, a veritable buffet of brains. Look at that, Aldrich. Cody and I already thinking alike.
I told you, I haven't gotten to see his films yet, but I just know they're incredible.
They're not that special. Even now, the nightmare of my hometown cinema up in flames lingered. I could see it fresh in my mind. I kept wondering if it was prophetic. prophetic, a sign that my career was a bust even before it got started.
Nonsense! I've seen you in action.
The shepherd bumped against me, seemingly in an attempt to discourage me from constantly downplaying my talent with new or concerning questions brought to mine recently. I'm glad you enjoyed it so much, Cody. When Sheepy told me about you, well, I just had to call in all the favors I could. Not sure if you'd be into the concerts before. Been to a concert before, but I'd be damned not to make this one special for you. Only a few. Nothing as amazing as this. The way y'all's got the crowd going, leading us like pilgrims on a journey. Slipping the surly bonds of normality to something greater, something beyond. Oh, I like you. A smile painted on the lion's lips, as she gave a friendly wink at me, Aldrich grinning ear to ear. Devin was still struggling to pull free from Misty's arm lock, fruitlessly pawing at an apparently quite strong grip and trying to get away. Come on, Misty, let up already. Only if you say the thing. Come on, not in front of Cody. Aldrich laughed, wrapping an arm around my shoulder to pull me against his side, squeezing me gently. So, I've been told you make movies. Have you ever tried music videos? The band and I have been wanting to try and get one. The mountain lion kept completely ignoring Devin's protesting and squirming, just casually keeping a a confident smile on her face while speaking, looking full of life and practically ready for another 3 encores. We could talk about it. Never known a band before. Okay. What was that, Dev? I said okay. The bent-over Doberman huffed loudly, comically annoyed at the situation. He made one more attempt to pull free, failing completely. I'm cute. Come again? I'm cute. The lion released the dog, who promptly stood up and started straightening out his clothes, looking away from our group, off into nothingness. I couldn't help but giggle a little at the dog's confession.
One of the cutest.
Aldrich squeezed me against him a little tighter, a tail thumping against my back as he wagged with excitement. Misty glanced over at the shepherd briefly, a curious smirk on her face.
Although, Cody might have you beat in that regard.
Immediately, I felt hot in the face, nervously staring at the ground. At this point, there was no denying that Aldrich was attracted to me, and I to him. Certain as I was that he was into me, maybe it wouldn't hurt to return the favor sometime. Devin had by then, that's what it said, collected enough of his pride to clear his throat and move the conversation along. So anyways, we're gonna hit up the mall. Do you want to meet us there, Misty? Yeah, I'm starved. Let's meet up at the food court, say in an hour. Just need to finish up with the gang here.
Sounds good. See you soon, Misty.
She smiled, giving Devin a hug before walking off to close out the concert venue. I followed Aldrich and Devin back out into the dark night. Misty's pretty cool. And Cryptid Spit's music is amazing.
Right? They're going places, I just know it. And we're gonna be cheering them the whole time.
Aldrich was right. I was new to the group, yet it was clear that we all would readily support each other. I'd come so far already. The energy of the concert still pumped through my veins, thrilling every inch of my body. In my heart, I believed that there was nothing the 4 of us couldn't tackle. Being true to myself and to my new pack, this was the way to live. For me to find enthusiastic joy. Is that what this is? Authentic, not enthusiastic. Authentic joy. I'm just really messing up today. Apologies, guys. I finally felt like all would be well. All would be well? Oh my god. Love that phrase. Love the Blue Lanterns. After settling back into Aldrich's truck, we headed off to spend the rest of our night out at the mall. Filled not yet with dinner, but with confidence, excitement over what's yet to come. Alright, I'm going to end the part here, everyone. But first I'll just say that was incredible. You know, I am not used to, like, I don't know if that was like an insert song, or if that was like made for the game. Hopefully it was, hopefully I won't get like copyright claimed on that, but that's fine, that's fine. It was great, nevertheless. It's like a great experience, but alright, I won't take too much of your time. I'll end the part here, so I hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys around.